And the first one of those is for the World Tag Team titles, and it features the Big Show and Kane against Carlito and Chris Masters, a tag match for the ages, no doubt about it. This one goes for just under 7 minutes and ends when Kane chokeslams Carlito and gets the pin. After the match, Masters and Carlito argue over who is to blame for their loss, and it seemed to me that Carlito was already getting quite a lot of cheers at this point, so seemingly this was him on his way to a babyface turn. Tom, what did you think of this one?
What did I think of this one, Tinky? That's a good question. Big Show and Kane. I sat there thinking to myself, Big Show and Kane. Big Show and Kane. This is the best thing you could ever possibly do with these two wrestlers, is to put them in a tag team together. Because I was watching and I was like, I know you can't really put too much into size and stuff. You've whacked these two ring together as a tag team. They should be absolutely indestructible. And I was like, do you know what? 17 years too late. I was like, I'm into this. I'm into this idea of Big Show and Kane as a tag team holding the belts. One of them being so massive that he can't actually wear the belt, which was just lovely stuff as well. And then I started thinking to myself, Chris Masters. Christopher Masters. What is Chris Masters? And who is he for? And what is the point in him? Now, I appreciate that he's got an incredible physique, and to fair play to him, they got the full Nelson pretty over with him with the Master Lock Challenge. But what is the point in Chris Masters? And then I thought to myself, Carlito. Let's talk about Carlito for a little bit. I don't mind a bit of Carlito, and I especially have grown a bigger appreciation for him post Backlash in Puerto Rico, or Puerto Rico, as Donald Trump, the way Donald Trump pronounces it. Do you know what? I thought this match was pretty fun. I was like, I started watching it. I was like, I thought Big Show and Kane versus Carlito and Chris Masters would be an appropriate opening match for WrestleMania, your biggest show of the year. But I thought it was quite fun. It's only 7 minutes long, and the fact that there's a little argument at the end between Carlito and Chris Masters made me think it was a strange thing to do, because I don't know why you do that. I didn't notice the fact that Carlito was getting any kind of babyface reaction, I must admit, because it made me think about, we've had this before, you've mentioned this many times on the podcast, thinking about how just because one heel has turned on the other heel doesn't by default make the wronged heel babyface. So I was like, oh, okay, we're getting that again, are we? But if they did actually end up doing something decent with it, I don't know. But I quite enjoyed this match. So I've rambled on a little bit then, and I've repeated names quite a lot. But I quite enjoyed this match. But I still left this thinking, I don't know, I don't understand the appeal of Chris Masters, and I don't really see the point in him.
I thought you missed the trick there, because I thought after you said about Kane and Big Show and how to use them, I thought when you said Carlito and Chris Masters, this is probably about the best thing you can do with Carlito and Chris Masters. Matt.
I can't even believe I'm going to say this, but this match was so much better than it had any right to be. It wasn't the best match ever or anything like that, but it was all right. It was quite quick, like we said, about 6-7 minutes, so it was nothing particularly fancy. I must admit, I was a big Chris Masters fan at the time. I loved the Master Lock Challenge. He just looked like a Greek god. That was his purpose. Comes out, does his whole entrance. Anything after that is a bonus.
And the other thing, going back to this match that I forgot to mention, is that Kane all of a sudden turns into, I don't know, Parker or some kind of luchador in this match, because he's just flying around all over the ring. He comes off the top rope, he hits a drop kick.
We've already spent way too much time on this match, so I'll just say it was perfectly fine, much better than I thought it was going to be. A prime example for me of where, and this is going to become a theme of this entire show, I think, of where the lineup massively undersold to me the quality of the show.
Totally fair point.